Good afternoon. I welcome you to my channel, You War Now. I will tell you in an accessible and simple language about the events in Ukraine. My name is Bodan, and here we go. Let's start with the enemy's losses. Throughout the conflict, the enemy has lost approximately 4,620,000 soldiers, 7,155 tanks, and over 11,500 artillery systems. Additionally, Ukrainian forces have added approximately 1,040 soldiers, 13 tanks, and 28 artillery systems to these figures. Here's the result. Ukrainian servicemen, both within and outside of Ukraine, have achieved significant results. Near the Omsk oil refinery, 3 tanker trucks containing petroleum products are on fire, as reported by the local authorities. The area ablaze spans 500 square meters. Each of these tanker trucks holds a volume of 200 liters of fuel and petroleum products. Tonight, the Ukrainian anti-aircraft defense shot down 11 combat unmanned aerial vehicles of the Shahed 136-131 type, including a significant number of these drones in the Dnipropetrovsk, Odessa, and Kirovohrad regions. Moving on to more intriguing news, American officials have confirmed that the United States secretly provided Ukraine with long-range ballistic missiles. This weaponry was part of a $300 million aid package approved by President Biden in March. Ukraine has already used these missiles against Russian forces, targeting an airfield in Crimea and one in Berdyansk. This decision came after Russian strikes on critical infrastructure in Ukraine. Biden greenlit the shipment of missiles capable of launching up to 300 kilometers. The U.S. plans to send over 100 such missiles to Ukraine. Ukraine has promised to use them only in the occupied territories. This development follows the signing of a new aid package for Ukraine worth $61 billion. Judging from this information, there may soon be good news about our beloved Crimean Bridge. It has been on fire twice, but has not collapsed. This time, I believe everything will work out for the Ukrainian military. Moving to the line of contact, let's begin with the Bakhmut front, specifically Chasiv Yar. Chasiv Yar is being held, but the enemy continues to try to push towards the populated area. However, Ukrainian military personnel continue to maintain their defense. They repel attacks from the forest where Russians are attempting to infiltrate towards the district called Novyi. They also control the situation on the approach to the city. Russians, in small groups with the support of BMPs and BTRs, try to establish themselves in the private sector. However, the Ukrainian army conducts counter-raids and drives them out from there. Nevertheless, the situation remains extremely challenging as the city is constantly shelled from artillery and is fully controlled by Russian aviation, which even flies into the city's territory. In the Avdiivka area, attention should be drawn to the settlements of Solovyov, Ocheratin, Krasnohorivka, and Pervomaiske. Let's start with Krasnohorivka. Over the past day, the enemy has made some gains there. They have advanced about a kilometer to the south of the town. Russians have entrenched themselves on the outskirts of the town and have surrounded the private sector. However, from the west, the enemy did not have any success in advancing. Moving on to the villages of Ocheratin and Solovyov, the enemy launched an attack and broke through the Ukrainian military defenses as if it were a blitzkrieg. As we can see on the map, approaching Solovyov, the enemy seized a foothold and occupied the outskirts of the town. Conversely, in Ocheratin, the enemy has created a larger gray zone, indicating a wedge-like advance. Let's see how the Russians behave, and it would be beneficial for the Ukrainian forces to conduct assault actions and cut off the Russian logistics between the villages of Novokalinov and Berdyshiv. The situation in Novomikhailivka is indeed serious. On the map, we can see the advancement of Russian forces. Russian troops are conducting periodic attacks, attempting to advance under the ponds towards the village of Paraskevivka. They aim to establish a foothold there and then proceed with offensive actions towards the village of Konstantinivka.